One reaction, one breakup, millions of rumors, and chaos everywhere. And it all started with a vibe that went left fast. Let me break this down properly. From the rise to the connection before everything exploded. Before we dive headfirst into the mess, the non-stop drama, and the wild accusations flying around the internet, we gotta set the stage the right way. You can't understand the fallout without knowing how these two worlds even crossed paths in the first place. Because Kaisa isn't just some random face on a screen. This dude completely flipped the definition of a modern content creator on its head. Born December 16, 2001, raised in the Bronx by a Haitian father and a Trinidadian mother, Kai grew up with one goal: make people laugh and turn that into something bigger. He started posting content on Facebook back on July 1, 2015, when he was only 13 years old. 13! While most kids his age were stressing school and everyday life, Kai was already grinding, learning the game and building momentum the clean and legit way. By January 13, 2018, he launched his YouTube channel, locked in on pranks and challenges, and from there, everything took off fast. By the time 2021 rolled around, Kai fully locked in on Twitch, and that's when things went nuclear. This wasn't a slow burn anymore. His stream started pulling insane numbers, non-stop momentum, and real influence. Fast forward, his channel stacked over 20 million followers, and during his legendary February 2023 subathon, he hit 306,620 subscribers, officially becoming the most subscribed Twitch streamer ever, passing Ludwig and snatching the crown in real time. These aren't normal stats at all. This is record-breaking history book stuff, the kind of run people study later. But here's where it ties directly into the storm we're breaking down. Throughout his climb to the top of the streaming world, Kai always showed heavy love to hip-hop, especially NBA YoungBoy. And when we say heavy love, we mean real fan behavior. Kai wasn't just letting YoungBoy tracks play quietly in the background like most streamers do. He was turning up on stream, dancing, reacting, feeling every bar, and showing that energy loud and proud. Now, NBA YoungBoy, for anyone who somehow missed it, is one of the most productive rappers of this generation. The output is crazy, the catalog is deep, and his fan base is beyond loyal. YB supporters don't play about him. They ride strong, defend harder, and that loyalty matters big time for what's about to unfold. Now let's jump to 2025, because that's when this situation really started heating up fast. In early May 2025, NBA YoungBoy dropped a double single titled Where I've Been and Shot Colin, and the visuals came with that raw, gritty street aesthetic YB is known for. The tracks officially landed on May 2nd, and by early 2026, the video had already racked up over 28 million views. Not long after the songs dropped, Kai hopped on stream to react, and that moment went crazy. The vibe was different from the jump. Every time YoungBoy dropped a song when he was on house arrest and when he had no future of doing a tour, this guy used to react to his song just like this, like he used to be bored watching it. Now, since he know YoungBoy gonna be on tour, he know YoungBoy could move around. When he read this, he might be like, the stream had a black and white filter giving it this dark cinematic feel, while the music itself was straight energy. Kai was on his feet, dancing wild, throwing his arms, nodding his head, fully locked into the moment like he felt every bar. The chat was exploding, fire emojis everywhere, goat emojis flooding the screen, people typing stuff like YB GOAT and Kai going crazy. The energy felt real, loud, and uncontrollable. But not everyone was rocking with it. This is where the first cracks started showing. On May 3rd, a streamer named Hank dropped a video calling Kai out, saying some real spicy things. The main accusation was simple but heavy. Hank claimed Kai was faking that hype just for clout, straight up saying Kai was putting on an act for views. And once that was said out loud, the internet started shifting fast. Now that was a serious accusation to throw out there. Hank was basically saying Kai's sudden over-the-top love for YoungBoy's music wasn't organic at all. According to him, it was calculated, like Kai was moving chess pieces, trying to line up a future collab now the YoungBoy was finally free from legal restrictions and able to tour and link up again. Schaefer jumped in with similar energy. He claimed Kai was running a whole script behind the scenes, hyping YoungBoy up just to set the stage for a joint stream. That narrative started spreading fast, and people began looking at every reaction differently. But here's the twist. Kai never really fed into it. No long rants, no back and forth, no defensive posts. He kept streaming, kept vibing, kept reacting, and stayed lighthearted the whole time, like none of it fazed him. There was no full-blown beef back then, but the damage was done. The doubt was planted. People started questioning everything. Was the love real, or was this a smart play to tap into YoungBoy's massive spotlight? Then July 2025 hit, and things shifted again. YoungBoy dropped Make America Slime Again on July 25th, and this wasn't some small release. We're talking 29 tracks, stacked with features from names like Playboy Cardi and Mellow Rax. The album touched on fame, pressure, resilience, and even flipped politics with satire in the title. And when Kai went live to react, the energy felt different this time. This time, Kai came through dressed in green, fully matching the slime-heavy aesthetic of the album. The stream looked wild. Neon green slime effects dripping across the screen, flashing lights everywhere, animated chat pop-ups going crazy. When Kickboxer came on, one of the standout tracks, packed with bars about pushing through pressure and adversity, Kai was literally shadowboxing the air, throwing punches, locked in and feeling every second of it. But here's the move that later turned out to be way more important than anyone realized. Before even starting the reaction, Kai dropped a disclaimer. He straight up said, "I got heat last time for ratings, so I'm keeping it real." Then, he hit the album with a 6.5 out of 10. He showed love to Kickboxer, calling it top 3 on the project, but he also pointed out that some of the other tracks felt repetitive. I have my own opinion. If I had to rate this album from 1 through 10, warning, I am not a music.
I am a bum. I have never claimed to be a judge of music, but I have my own opinion. I will rate this album a 6.5. Warning, I am not a music expert. I'm a bum. I have never claimed to be a judge of music, but I have my own opinion. Now, in normal streaming terms, a 6.5 isn't crazy at all. That's a fair, honest take. But in the NBA YoungBoy universe, that number hit different. Some fans respected the honesty, but others took it as straight disrespect. And according to people close to the situation, that rating might have triggered way bigger consequences than anyone saw coming at the time. But before things completely blew up later in the year, there was a moment in September that showed a whole different side of Kai's connection to YoungBoy's music. On September 9th, 2025, Kai and his whole crew pulled up to NBA YoungBoy's sold-out concert in Los Angeles, part of the Mass Tour, and the energy was already off the charts. Kai had told his squad straight up, show up to the gym on time, and backstage passes were locked in. The footage of them riding to the venue was pure chaos in the best way. Everybody yelling lyrics to Murder Business, turning the car into a full-on concert before they even arrived. Once inside, Kai was front row and completely locked in, jumping, shouting, losing his mind to records like Lil Top, Dead Trolls, and Heart and Soul. The night got even crazier when Offset from Migos pulled up and linked with Kai, snapping a photo that instantly went viral. But the moment that really stopped people cold was during Heart and Soul. That song hit different. Cameras caught Kai tearing up, a single tear rolling down his cheek while he stood there soaking in the music in the moment. For some fans, that was real passion, real fandom, no acting involved. Others, though, they would later twist that same clip and use it against him. But that comes later, because when admiration turns into access and access turns into opportunity, things can shift fast. The line between supporter and fallout gets thin quick, and the same artist Kai once cried over would soon be tied to the most painful chapter of his life, the breakup, the rumors, and the chaos that followed. So now we fast forward to December 2025, because that's when everything went from quiet tension to a full-blown internet explosion. At the center of it all was a woman named Gabrielle Cheyenne, Kai's girlfriend at the time. Kai and Gigi had been publicly dating since around December 2024, and once her name entered the picture, nothing stayed calm anymore. Kai officially confirmed the relationship during a live stream on his birthday, and he sounded genuinely happy about it. He talked about how being with Cheyenne gave him purpose, how it made him feel more grounded, like he was glowing different. And from the outside, it looked solid. They popped up together on streams, social media posts, matching vibes, all that couple content fans eat up every time. But once early December 2025 rolled around, something reportedly shifted behind the scenes. According to multiple reports, Gigi brought up her Christmas wish list during a conversation with Kai, and the request caught him completely off guard. She allegedly asked for 2 luxury vehicles, either a customized Mercedes G-Wagon with a black exterior, pink interior, and tinted windows, estimated between $150,000 to $170,000, or a BMW X6M competition. Clips from around that time showed Kai looking visibly stressed when the topic came up. People online said he looked shocked, like the air left his body for a second. Some posts even joked that he almost fainted just hearing the numbers. Now, let's be clear, Kai is paid. Streaming, brand deals, endorsements, the bag is real. But according to sources, he allegedly felt the request was excessive. The distance grew and the energy wasn't the same anymore. And nobody watching from the outside had any idea how messy things were about to get. On December 27, 2025, Kai shocked everybody with one short post on X. Straight to the point, he wrote, "I'm single. I will never be in another relationship again." That single tweet went nuclear instantly. Over 63 million views, 294,000 likes, and nearly 28,000 reposts in no time at all. The tone felt heavy, defeated, and final, and the internet immediately knew something serious had gone down. Speculation exploded fast. People started digging, guessing, connecting dots, and the rumors didn't waste a second. Almost right away, accusations began circulating that Gigi had allegedly cheated on Kai. But then the story took a sharp left, and this is where things got wild. The rumored third party, NBA YoungBoy. Yeah, the same artist Kai had been supporting online for years. The same one whose concert brought him to tears. The same album he honestly rated a 6.5 out of 10. That connection had people stunned. Social media went into full overdrive. Claims started spreading that YoungBoy allegedly bought Gigi the pink G-Wagon Kai had refused to purchase. One viral post straight up said Kai Cenat and his girlfriend broke up because she wanted a pink G-Wagon for Christmas. Kai said no, NBA YoungBoy bought it. No proof, just rumors flying everywhere. Then things escalated even more. Fatboy Dip, who's connected to the streaming circle, went live and claimed YoungBoy allegedly pursued Gigi out of spite. According to him, it was retaliation for Kai calling the album mid with that 6.5 rating. If even partly true, that would mean this whole meltdown traces all the way back to July, long before anyone realized how deep this situation really was. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, we gotta lay out the other side of the story, because Gigi wasn't about to let those accusations fly without clapping back. She responded the same day on her Instagram story, and her tone was sharp and direct. Here's what she said. "I left. Now you want to get on the internet and rush to paint a false narrative about me off a fake Twitter post is insane." That message alone shifted the energy immediately. She didn't stop there. Gigi made it clear she was denying everything outright. She added, "I've never cheated on him, and you know that. I have never dealt with that man. Play that sympathetic role somewhere else." That's a strong denial. No hesitation, no vague wording. She's saying the rumors involving YoungBoy are completely made up, that she was the one who ended the relationship, and that Kai was trying to flip the story online. YoungBoy himself also appeared to brush off the claims with a vague social media post, basically saying, "Don't trust nothing." No names dropped, no details, just enough to stir more debate and confusion. So who's telling the truth? That's the real question dividing the internet right now. Fans are split. Timelines are being analyzed, and everyone's picking sides. But there's another layer to this situation that can't be ignored. It adds serious context to everything unfolding. Kai's mental health. Even before the breakup drama hit the timeline, Kai had already opened up about struggling mentally during his acceptance speech at the Streamer Awards on December 7, 2025, nearly 3 weeks before the breakup announcement. On that stage, Kai told the crowd something real, something raw, and something that now hits way harder in hindsight. "I appreciate everybody who decided to vote for me for this award. One thing I wanted to say to you guys tonight is I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health. I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my..." Kai was literally telling the world he wasn't okay, and people didn't really catch it at the time. He openly explained how he was coping. "I was able to, turn to anime, Death Note, Naruto recently since I've been..." Then on his 24th birthday, December 16, 2025, Kai dropped a video message that got even more personal. In the opening part of the video, he laid everything out. "Hello everybody. I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes as today is my birthday. So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to. The pressure, the weight, the nonstop expectations, and how it was all piling up on him. That kind of vulnerability isn't easy at all. Opening up like that in front of millions takes real courage, especially when the internet is always ready to judge. But Kai kept it pushing, breaking down what was really going on in his head. No filters, no acting, just raw emotion. The reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator, and I'm very passionate about creating, and I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more of. And I would love to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months through my more personal page, which is KC. And then he left everyone with a heavy reminder.
Mental health still matters, even when you're winning, even when you're on top. Fame doesn't cancel out stress, doubt, or exhaustion. I am going to go private soon on that page, so whoever gets in, gets in. But I just want to let you guys know that sometimes it is important to take care of your mental health. And honestly, it's been getting better. It has. But out of frustration and fear, I've just been in my head for some reason. I never had this feeling before, but I want it to be known that I truly want to create. So when you zoom out and look at the full picture, this situation hits different. Kai was already battling burnout, self-doubt, and mental health struggles, and then his relationship collapses publicly. Add cheating rumors, internet pressure, and the name of one of his favorite artists tied to the mess, and that's a lot for anyone to carry. Money and followers don't make that kind of weight disappear. Support started flooding in for Kai from all sides. Friends, collaborators, and associates were showing up online to lift him up. Your Rage replied to Kai's tweet with, "I've missed you," giving that emotional backup. Ruda chimed in, showing the love too. EDG dropped some real talk in the replies, saying, "Her loss. Many more heartbreaks to come as you get older. Ain't gonna do none but make you smarter for the next one." Solid advice and support hitting hard for Kai in that moment. And then there was a detail that got people buzzing even more. Kai's assistant, Brianna, reposted his tweet and added a trash emoji. Fans immediately interpreted that as her calling Gigi's actions trash. According to sources, Bri and Gigi never really saw eye to eye, and there had been tension between them for a while, which fueled even more speculation about what actually went down behind closed doors. While the internet scrambled to pick sides and spin theories, the bigger story was quietly slipping through the cracks. This was the story of a man breaking down behind the scenes while the world demanded he keep smiling for the camera. But we have to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just a breakup story. It's a glimpse into how the worlds of streaming and hip-hop collide in ways we've rarely seen before. And we got to keep it real about NBA YoungBoy's history, because if we're talking about accusations involving him and other people's relationships, this kind of rumor drama isn't exactly new territory for YB. It's a pattern that adds even more context to what just went down with Kai. YoungBoy has a well-documented history of tumultuous relationships that stretches back years, and the receipts are public. One of his earliest and most talked-about controversies involved his then-girlfriend, Janiyah Jackson, back in 2018. Footage surfaced showing YoungBoy in a heated altercation with Jackson, which led to his arrest on assault, kidnapping, and weapons charges.
Kai literally smashed records with his marathon streams, especially his month-long subathons. A-list guests, crazy stunts, fireworks, non-stop energy for 30 days straight. Academics even called him the Kanye West of streaming because he keeps taking it to levels nobody else has. But here's the wild part. What's left to do after you've already done it all? That pressure and expectation don't just disappear. And when Kai opened up about these struggles on December 23, 2025, some people actually clowned him. Comments were like, "He's rich, how can he be depressed?" But Kai addressed it directly, saying, "A few days ago, I decided to open up a little bit about what I've been thinking, and it's been so much love." That moment was him reclaiming his story, showing that even at the top, mental health still matters, and the grind can hit anyone no matter how successful you are. But when Kai saw some of the negative feedback he got for opening up, he really got a glimpse of why so many people stay silent about mental health. He said he couldn't imagine what people are going through on a deeper level, and that's why he decided to speak up even louder. He made it clear, "I DC if people look at me as a joke." It takes courage, fam, to be clowned for your vulnerability and still decide to speak louder for people who might be going through worse. That's real honesty right there. Now, flipping to G's side of the story, she also shared context about how she saw the relationship. In an earlier video, she addressed accusations that she was only with Kai for material gain. First, she called out the false narratives and set the record straight about her intentions.
Just be like, oh, she's with him for these reasons. This is the reason she's with him, when in reality, no. Like, what? I'm with him because we generally have a great connection. And then they be acting like I ain't never had nothing, like where I got to be with this person for these things. Like, I've always had quality.
Then she went further, making it clear that she has her own money, pays her own bills, and wasn't using Kai for anything material.
I don't have to use nobody. I have my own things. I pay my own bill. I have my own valuable things. Like, what do you mean I don't have to use this person. If I'm using him for love, right? The hell? I love the way he loves me, right? Not what he can do, right? And mind you, I don't even ask him to do nothing. Anything he does for me is a friend of himself because he wants to, and I'm perfectly fine.
So now you've got both sides. Kai opening up about his struggles and the heartbreak, Gigi clarifying her independence and perspective. Whether that lines up with the drama around the Christmas gift request is up for everyone to decide. The context is messy, complicated, and very human, showing how misunderstandings and online rumors can blow a personal situation way out of proportion. So, where does all of this leave us? Well, Kai and Gigi have unfollowed each other on social media, confirming that the breakup is real. Kai hasn't said much beyond his initial tweet, and it looks like he's fully focused on his mental health and new creative projects. Gigi, meanwhile, is still active on Instagram and seems to be moving on with her life. No legal actions or major escalations have popped up since, but the drama has split fans right down the middle. Some are riding for Kai, calling Gigi opportunistic, while others defend Gigi, pointing out that the rumors that started all this were fake. And then, of course, some people are just here for the pure entertainment, watching these two worlds collide in real time. The bigger takeaway, the intersection of streaming and hip-hop is getting messier by the day. Who would have thought that Kai vibing to YoungBoy's music on stream could somehow tie in to a public breakup, cheating allegations, and drama over album ratings and gift requests? The lines between fandom, personal life, and online performance are completely blurred. Now, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you join the Rap Uncovered family. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and never miss a drop. Smash the like button, share this video with all your homeboys, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We drop heat every single day, and tomorrow's upload is going to be even crazier, deeper, and totally unmissable. We'll catch you in the next one, right here at Rap Uncovered, where the truth of the street